Hi, I'm Merri Oxley. I live in Stoughton, Wisconsin. I'm a former UWW alum. I went to school back in the late 60s, and even though there were lots of protests going on all over the country about the Vietnam War, we were sort of sheltered from that at UW Whitewater. And I had a great time. I was in a sorority, the Alpha Sigs, loved the football games and the dances, and had a good time with my fellow classmates and roommates. I learned teamwork. Being in a sorority, but also living in a dorm. You learn how to get along with people, and that's, really key to the rest of your life. You learn how to be creative. You learn how to not spend a lot of money if you don't have it when you're a college kid. So all of those things are key in getting along later in life. And you also have to have initiative. When professors ask you to do certain kinds of projects, you have to figure it out. So those kinds of hands-on experiences are really important later on in life. I was only in Milwaukee for about 6 months, and then I left and I moved to Washington, D.C. and I went to work for the Center for Applied Linguistics, which I had no idea what they even did. But it was a very good experience because I met people from all over the world who worked for that center. And then I worked for the National Academy of Sciences and worked with scientists from all over the United States as well. So that, again, that was a great experience for me. When I moved back here, my career coach and mentor suggested that I start my own company and build my own brand. And at the time, I really was not in favor of starting another company. I'd already done that before. But the more I was here, the more people I met, I decided to use my experiences working with all different kinds of companies and trade associations and working with all different kinds of vendors and communication consultants to form my own company. One of the largest projects I worked on for about 6 years was called Space Day, and our client was Lockheed Martin Corporation, and they had hired our firm to build this brand. And the reason being is that they wanted to inspire the next generation of kids in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. So we were hired to build this brand across the country and actually internationally. And so it was always a very, very busy account. It was a 24/7 type of project for years. And we put on big events at the Air and Space Museum. We brought in kids from all over the country. We worked with astronauts and science people and authors and head of NASA. We had all of our Space Day partners there, who another group I had formed, about 70 national organizations, and parents and teachers. So that was one of the big events that we did every year for them on Space Day, but it was a year-round initiative. I use social media, probably not as much as, you folks probably use social media, but I use social media as a LinkedIn situation, a professional connection with other people. I use Facebook. I also use personal Facebook. I'm not too much into tweeting, but I'm getting better at that. And I advise clients to use all the social media channels and YouTube as well. So I think there's 4 or 5 main ones that people are using a little more comfortably than they did even a year or so ago in the business world. Well, I don't really have an average day. That's what makes it fun. I don't have to commute 2 hours anymore in and out of DC. And so working from home, I start my days probably around 7 or 7:30 and sometimes go until 10 o'clock at night. But I'm constantly going out to meet people, do networking events, doing projects, writing, editing, and meeting with prospective clients and trying to guide them strategically as to what they should be doing to promote their companies. So every day is a little different and always fun. I think it's really important for graduating students and all students to really get out into the community and meet people and meet older people who can provide some mentoring to you and some good advice to help you all as you start your careers. I also think it's important for students to get out to business events and to start really mixing and mingling with business people, not just community but business people, and learning how to network effectively. You can't do everything on the computer. You really need to have more face-to-face interactions with business people and really learn how to follow up. Time management's important not only in sales but in every factor of your life, and learning how to follow up and say, do what you say you're going to do is really important business lesson to learn as well.